And again, if you're just joining, we are with Nate Eaton and the East Idaho News. And they're flying over Chad Daybell's house. You see the blue tent set up? They're digging. I have photos that I want to show you when this video ends because they didn't stick around and keep filming. Nate stated that they didn't want to hover. They wanted to let the police do their job. So if another live Chad Daybell's house.
All right, there's the view from the sky. We're going to keep an eye on it. We'll have a full report later on eastidahonews.com, let you know if there's any developments. Police are being pretty tight-lipped about this as far as what they're searching for, but we might have some more information later today or tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. We'll stay on top of the story.
Hello?
Are you okay?
So they're searching the property.
The house right now?
Yeah. Yeah. So Mark Means will be talking to you.
Okay. What, are they in the house?
No, they're out in the property.
Are they seizing stuff again?
They're searching. There's a search warrant, and so we're going to just get on this with the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so you tried to set up a call. Glad you called.
Yeah.
So we'll see what transpires.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
What do you want me to do? Pray.
What?
What do you want me
Yeah,
to do?
right. Well, yeah.
Okay. What can I do for you?
I'm doing pretty calm. I would call Mark, though, maybe. Just talk with him.
Have you talked to him already?
I did call him, yes.
So he knows what they're doing?
Yeah. It's like a call from somebody else I need to talk to. I love you so much.
Okay, I love you. Should I try to call you later?
I don't know. I don't know. You can try, yeah. I'll answer if I can.
Okay.
I love you, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, baby. I love you.
Okay, love you.
Here. So we got word shortly after 7 this morning that they are here at the house. Came out here as quick as we could, and it is true, they are searching the home of Chad Daybell, who's married to Lori Vallow Daybell, whose 2 children, 8-year-old Joshua Vallow and 17-year-old Tylee Ryan, disappeared back in September. Now, Tylee was last seen at Yellowstone National Park. The FBI released some photos, and we're asking people to help them submit any photos that were in relation to the disappearance. And then weeks later, JJ Vallow was last seen at his school at Kennedy Elementary on September 23rd, and then he disappeared. Wasn't seen. His mom said that she was homeschooling him, pulled him out of school, and then shortly thereafter, Chad Daybell's former wife, Tammy Daybell, died at her home suspiciously. We're still waiting results from her autopsy. And then from there, Chad and Lori got married, and we found out about this case where they are searching for 2 children. They haven't been seen since September, and that's the question on everybody's mind. Where are the kids that have not been seen for several months?
Welcome back to Jay is for Justice. My name is Jay and I am your host. Join me as we recap the case of Chad Daybell. Chad Daybell's trial starts April 1st, 2024. The other half of the couple, Lori Vallow, was convicted of all charges, including the murders of her 2 children, and she was sentenced to life without parole. In total, Daybell faces 6 charges. He is charged with murder in the death of his first wife, Tammy Daybell, the deaths of his wife, Lori Vallow Daybell's children, 7-year-old Joshua, JJ Vallow, and 16-year-old Tylee Ryan. He is also charged with conspiracy to commit murder in all 3 deaths. In the deaths of JJ and Tylee, that conspiracy charge also includes conspiracy to commit grand theft by deception. Lori Vallow Daybell was convicted of grand theft for taking the children's Social Security checks after their deaths. Chad Daybell has pleaded not guilty. In today's video, we're going to recap and go back in time when this case first unfolded. Hit that thumbs up, guys, and let's get into it.
So this just gives you a little bit, a little view of the area surrounding Chad Daybell's house. They're not letting the media get any closer than this. They're keeping the media corralled in this area here that you're seeing right now. And the overhead view from the helicopter, that was from earlier this morning as well. And that gave us an overhead view, and it showed us the police presence, the FBI presence, the tents, the tarps, and everything that's going on his property right now. We know they're still there.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. I'm Madison County Prosecutor Rob Wood, and next to me is the Fremont County Prosecutor Lindsay Blake. We are working jointly along with our teams in the matter involving the deaths of Tammy Daybell, Tylee Ryan, and Joshua or JJ Vallow. Before we discuss details of the grand jury, I would like to recognize the law enforcement that's with us today. On behalf of myself, Lindsay, and our prosecution team, we want to express our deep appreciation for the efforts of the dozens of local, state, including Idaho Attorney General, federal law enforcement members, and Arizona law enforcement who have been working to gather evidence for 1.5 years to bring justice to Tammy Daybell, Tylee Ryan, and JJ Vallow. The unprecedented cooperation among law enforcement has been remarkable, and every person who has worked on this case is to be commended for their diligence and steadfast pursuit of the facts. The thousands of hours that have been invested into seeking the truth for these innocent victims must be recognized. Several members of the law enforcement team are here with us today, including members from Fremont County, the Rexburg Police, Madison County, Idaho State Police, and the FBI. So we want to thank you for all you've done. I'll now tell you the charges that that the grand jury have indicted Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow on. On Monday, May 24th, 2021, a Fremont County grand jury delivered the following new indictments. Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on 2 counts of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception for the deaths of Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. Lori and Chad Daybell were also indicted on 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. Lori and Chad Daybell were also indicted on the charge of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder in the death of Tammy Daybell. And Chad Daybell was also indicted on 1 count of first-degree murder in the death of Tammy Daybell. Lori Daybell was also indicted on the charge of grand theft related to Social Security survivor benefits allocated for the care of minors Tylee Ryan and J.J. Vallow that were appropriated after the children were missing and ultimately found deceased. Chad Daybell was also indicted on 2 counts of insurance fraud related to life insurance policies he had on Tammy Daybell, for which he was the beneficiary and received funds after her death.
Good morning. I'm Fremont County Prosecutor Lindsay Blake. We know many members of the community may feel that progress on this case has been slow. Due to the ongoing safety restrictions imposed by the courts during the pandemic, we just recently were given permission to present information to the grand jury for their review. I want to assure everyone that despite the delays, we have been working diligently to pursue justice for the victims in this case, to ensure we have the evidence required to prove the facts beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. Rob and I have partnered on the investigation into all actions against the victims, each of us cross-designated members of our offices, as well as Rachel Smith, an experienced homicide attorney, as deputy prosecutors. The partnership creates a prosecution team representing the people of both Madison and Fremont counties. Members of the grand jury deliberated and determined there is probable cause to believe the Daybells willfully and knowingly conspired to commit several crimes that led to the death of 3 innocent people. We believe the crimes occurred on or about October 26th of 2018 to January 15th of 2020 in the county of Fremont, state of Idaho, and elsewhere, including Madison County. Lori and Chad Daybell were both served early this afternoon with warrants. The court will be posting the public legal documents and the time of the first appearance hearing shortly, which will occur sometime later today or before noon tomorrow. That hearing will be held virtually and will be available for the viewing on the court's YouTube channel. The penalty for the most serious charges range from life in prison without the possibility of parole to the death penalty. We will not be disclosing further information about what penalties we will pursue for these charges. By law, however, we must make a decision and inform the defendants on whether we will pursue the death penalty within 60 days after the defendant's first entry of a plea. We know you have a lot of questions, but at this time we will not be taking questions while the matter is pending. Rob and I have a legal and ethical obligation to protect the defendant's rights to a fair trial. We take this obligation seriously, and we will continue to balance the public's interest in this matter with our legal, ethical obligations, including our responsibility to protect the integrity of the facts and evidence and minimizing unnecessary and erroneous publicity. This investigation is far from over, so if anyone has information related to these crimes, please contact Fremont County Sheriff's Department at 208-624-4482. The indictments have more details that should provide many answers to your questions. Under the law, Lori and Chad Daybell are presumed innocent while charges are pending. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you very much.
That is just some good news, y'all. Good news. A little. All right, so here's all the charges. So this is Rob Wood and the Fremont County Prosecutor Lindsay Blake met with the media Tuesday afternoon, and this is what they are charging them with. Okay, so some of them are just Chad, some of them are just Lori, and some of them are both. So let's read it carefully. Lori and Chad. Charge of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception for the death of Tylee Ryan. The second one says Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on the charge of first-degree murder for the death of Tylee Ryan. Then it says Lori and Chad Daybell were indicted on the charge of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception for the death of J.J. Vallow. Lori and Chad Daybell indicted on the charge of first-degree murder for the death of J.J. Vallow. Lori and Chad indicted on the charge of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder in the death of Tammy Daybell. I take that back. They were both charged with the conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. And then the next one reads, Chad Daybell was indicted on the charge of first-degree murder in the death of his wife, Tammy Daybell. I love that. I love that. Take that, freaking dumbbell. Lori Daybell was indicted on the charge of grand theft related to Social Security survivor benefits over $1,000 allocated for the care of minors Tylee, Ryan, and JJ Vallow that were appropriated after the children were missing and ultimately found deceased. So she was still collecting their Social Security survivor benefits from their fathers. Chad Daybell was indicted on the charge of insurance fraud related to a life insurance policy he had on Tammy Daybell, for which he was the beneficiary and received the funds after her death. I wonder how much that was for. And then finally, Chad Daybell was indicted on the charge of insurance fraud related to another life insurance policy he had on Tammy Daybell, for which he was the beneficiary and he received those funds. So the penalty for the murder charges range from life in prison without the possibility of parole to the death penalty. And prosecutors, obviously, we just watched, they did not disclose what penalty they're going to pursue, but they have 60 days to notify Lori and Chad of their decision within 60 days of their plea, which will be tomorrow. The defendants, they're labeling Alex as a defendant. So the defendants, Chad Guy Daybell, Lori Noreen Vallow, and Alex Cox, deceased, and other co-conspirators, both known and unknown, on or between the dates of October 26, 2018 and continuing until January 15th, 2020, County of Madison, Idaho, Fremont County, Idaho, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read all of that. Okay, so it says they did willfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree to commit murder in the first degree of Tylee Ryan and to commit grand theft by deception. And then, on or between October 26th and June 9th, 2020, Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow did endorse and espouse religious beliefs for the purpose of encouraging and or justifying the homicide of Tylee Ryan. On or about August 16th, 2019, Lori Vallow did change the deposit of Tylee Ryan's Social Security benefits from Tylee Ryan's JP Morgan Chase account to deposit money directly into Lori Noreen Vallow's personal BBVA account. What a snake. So on August 16th, she switched the direct deposit of Tylee's death benefits from her father. On or about September 1st, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallow did move from Chandler, Arizona to Rexburg, Idaho with Alex Cox, Tylee Ryan, and JJ Vallow. On or about September 8th, 2019, Chad Guy Daybell Googled SSW Wind and visited a website entitled, "What is the definition of SSW wind direction?" Weird. SSW wind direction? I'm going to have to Google that. On or about September 9th, 2019, Alex Cox did go to 565 Pioneer Road, apartment 175, Rexburg, Idaho. On or between September 9th, 2019 and February 1st, 2020, Lori Vallow failed or refused to contact SSA, which is Social Security, as required by law to inform SSA of Tylee Ryan's death. On or between September 25th, 2019 and January 22nd, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallow did wrongfully continue to collect 5 monthly Social Security survivor benefits on behalf of Tylee Ryan. And then down here under first degree murder, which is count 2, the defendants, Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow, on or between the 8th and 9th day of September 2019 in the county of Madison, state of Idaho, and as part of a common scheme or plan, or continuing criminal transaction between Madison and Fremont counties in Idaho were concerned in the commission of a first-degree murder and did aid and abet in its commission, or, not being present, advised and encouraged its commission, or by command compelled another to commit the crime and did so with malice, aforethought, and did so willfully, deliberately, and with premeditation, which resulted in the death of a human being, to wit, did either kill Tylee Ryan or assist in the killing of Tylee Ryan, and or did encourage the killing of Tylee Ryan, and or did command another to kill Tylee Ryan in violation of Idaho Code sections. Okay, let's go to page 3. So basically, what they're saying is, and this is kind of what I thought all along, and I might be wrong, but I always thought that Lori was not there. Like, Alex and Chad did the actual deed, but they are saying, first degree, and they're saying even if she told them to do it, she's still going to face the same charge. So count 3, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception. So this says that Chad, Lori, and Alex, between the dates of October 26, 2018, and continuing until January 15, 2020, did willfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree to commit murder in the first degree of J.J. Vallow, and to commit grand theft by deception. So if we go down to the overt acts, it says that on or between October 26, 2018 and June 9, 2020, that Chad and Lori did endorse and teach religious beliefs for the purpose of justifying the homicide of J.J. Vallow. On or about September 1st, 2019, Lori did move from Chandler, Arizona to Rexburg, Idaho with Alex, Tylee, and JJ. On or about September 23rd, 2019, Alex Cox did take possession of J.J. Vallow. And we heard that from Melanie Gibb. If you remember, she testified that she was there and Alex came and picked up JJ and she thought he was sleeping when he carried him out of the apartment. I mean, at the time she did, and then after everything happened, she was questioning whether JJ was even alive when Alex carried him out of the house. So that was on or about September 23rd of 2019. And then on or about November 26th of 2019, Lori provided a false and or misleading physical location of J.J. Vallow to law enforcement. And that again involves Melanie Gibb. She said that J.J. was with Melanie, that Melanie had him at her house in Arizona. And then on or between September 23rd, 2019 and February the 1st, 2020, Lori failed or refused to contact SSA to inform the SSA administration of J.J. Vallow's death. So both J.J. and Tylee were receiving Social Security benefits from their deceased fathers, and she was putting it right in her bank. And then on or between the dates of September 9th of 19 and February 1st of 2020, Lori did wrongfully continue to collect 4 monthly Social Security survivor benefits on behalf of J.J. Vallow and 4 monthly Social Security child in care payments. And then count 4, first degree murder. The defendants, Chad Daybell, Lori Noreen Vallow. It all reads the same. It's the end is different. Okay, so it says between Madison and Fremont counties and Idaho was concerned in the commission of a first-degree murder and did aid and abet in its commission, or not being present, advise and encourage its commission, or by command compelled another to commit the crime, and did so with malice aforethought, and did so willfully, deliberately, and with premeditation, which resulted in the death of a human being. To wit, did either kill J.J. Vallow or assist in the killing, encourage the killing, or command another to kill J.J. Vallow. Count 5 is that Lori, Chad, and Alex on or about October 1st, 2018 through January 15th, 2020, did willfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree to commit murder in the first degree of Tammy Daybell, did combine or conspire to commit murder, and one or more of such persons did an act to effect the object of the combination or conspiracy. So that is for Lori and Chad, the conspiracy to commit first degree murder on Tammy. And I really love that. I'm so glad that he is being charged with her murder. Awesome. So then the overt acts here is in the murder of Tammy Daybell, states on or about or between the dates of October 26, 2018, June 9th, 2020, Chad and Lori did encourage and espouse religious beliefs for the purpose of justifying and or encouraging the homicide of Tammy Daybell. Wait, what? Let me read that again. Did encourage and espouse religious beliefs for the purpose of justifying and or encouraging the homicide of Tammy. So where did they do that? Where did they justify her death? And to who? Each other? On or about September 1st, 2019, Lori did move to Rexburg with Alex, Tylee, and JJ. Text messages between Chad and Lori. Oh boy, we've got texts. Text messages between Chad and Lori regarding death percentages for Tammy and JJ in messages on July 30th, 2019. Death percentages? Is that like the light and dark thing? I need to look at chat. I have no idea. Does anybody know what death percentages are? Which part do you want me to read again? Sister Knives. Oh. He was telling people, this is Missy in chat. She said, he was telling people that Tammy had a mission beyond the veil. God, that's disgusting. Poor Tammy. I mean, this lady was a freaking librarian. Married to who she thought was like a man of God, you know? Bad for her. I'm glad they have the messages too. Okay, let's continue. You ready to continue? Okay. So Chad Daybell then obtained a burner phone on September 18th of 2019. Alex Cox obtained a burner phone on October 9th of 2019. So Chad got his almost a full month before Alex. Could that be when they involved Alex in this plot? Was in October. Text messages between Chad and Lori about Tammy Daybell being in limbo and Tammy being possessed by a spirit named Viola. Oh my God. These people are freaks. Viola. So I wonder if Chad actually said this to Tammy at any point. Like, babe, I think that maybe Viola has taken you over. I mean, he had no problem telling Lori that all her people were zombies. Viola. September 8th, 2019, Chad signed application along with Tammy to increase her life map insurance to the maximum allowed under her policy. Oh my God. Dude, that's messed up. He took Tammy an application on September 8th to bump her life insurance to the max. And she did it.
I wonder what he said to her. I wonder what he said to her. Because if you look at this timeline now, just in this section right here, on September 1st, that's when Lori's ass moved to Rexburg. So she moved all close to Chad on September 1st. And then a week later, he was bumping his wife's life insurance to the max. And she must have been completely clueless as to what he was doing behind the scenes with Lori. Because I know if I had an inkling that my husband was cheating or doing something sus, I definitely would not sign any life insurance paperwork that he put in front of me. Okay. That makes me ill. Alex Cox attempted to shoot Tammy Daybell on October 9th, 2019. So Chad waited a whole month from bumping up her life insurance to try to snuff her out via Alex Cox. So we were on number 10. Thank you, Carolyn. Alex going to gun range. No, I wasn't on 10. No, I was on 9. Alex Cox conducted multiple internet searches between the dates of October 8th, 2019 and October 12th, 2019, including, oh dear God, searches related to Grendel drop and shooting through a Dodge Dakota. Okay, on or about September 8th, 2019, Chad Daybell Googled saw wind and visited a website entitled, did I already read this? I already read this page. What the? Here we go. Alex traveled from Sportsman's Warehouse in the vicinity of the Daybell residence on October 19th, 2019. Alex was in the church parking lot approximately 2.5 miles from the Daybell residence on the night of October 18th, 2019. Okay, now we go down to the first degree murder charge on Chad, and it says that Chad Daybell, on or about October 18th or 19th, 2019, was concerned in the commission of a first degree murder and did aid and abet in its commission, or not being present, advised and encouraged its commission, or by command compelled another to commit the crime, and did so with malice aforethought, and did so willfully, deliberately, and with premeditation. Did kill Tammy Daybell, and or assist in the killing of Tammy, and or encourage the killing of Tammy. So do we think that Alex did the deed for Chad as well with Tammy? Okay, the next one is the grand theft felony. The defendant Lori, this is Lori only, on or between the dates of October 1st, 2019 and January 22nd, 2020. Did is a common scheme or plan or continuing criminal transaction between Madison and Fremont counties by deceit and with the intent to deprive another of property or to appropriate the same to herself or to a third person, wrongfully take, obtain, or withhold, or aid and abet another to take, obtain, or withhold the property of another. It's so wordy. To wit, all right, let's go to the next page. Wait, is this the right page? Yep. Social Security benefits allocated for Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow, and Social Security child in care benefits allocated for Lori Vallow in an amount exceeding $1,000, which said funds Lori was not entitled, which did belong to the government of the United States of America. Now, the next one is insurance fraud for Chad. And there's two of these. So the first one says, on or about October 19th through October 30th of 2019, that Chad Daybell did with the intent to defraud or deceive an insurer for the purpose of obtaining any money or benefit presented or caused to be presented to an insurer or another person as statement as part of or in support of a claim for payment or benefit, knowing that such statement contained false, incomplete, or missing information concerning any fact or thing material to such claim, to wit, did present and or cause to be presented an insurance beneficiary form to Life Map Assurance Company in violation of Idaho Code Section 41-293. Okay, so the second one is the same exact thing because he had two policies on poor Tammy. So that gives you a bird's eye view into what the charges are, what happened when this case first broke, because it's been 4 years. Like I said earlier, his trial is set to begin April 1st, which is Monday, April the 1st, 2024. That is jury selection. So we will keep our eye on jury selection, and we will be streaming that trial as soon as it begins. I hope that you will trial watch with us here on J is for Justice as we watch the second trial for justice for Tylee, JJ, Tammy, and Charles. Be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.